Listen, and one really final point, and Saylor talked about it on the deck, is that anytime somebody brings up the massive amount of energy used by this system, it's completely false. It's intellectually dishonest information. And so we've given everybody a slide that answers it directly in framework that's simple to understand, is that the world generates over 160,000 terawatt hours of energy, and the Bitcoin mining network globally uses only 198 terawatt hours of the 160,000 plus created every year, which is less than 0.1% or around 0.1% of the total generated power on the planet Earth. So it's a negligible amount. And so this narrative that keeps reappearing in the media about the massive amount of energy used by this network is false and misleading. And that's really one of the purposes that drives, so many people to send in their information to show the world that it's really a negligible use of power. If you shut the entire system off, you shut off 0.1% of all the energy generated in the world, and most of it comes from renewable sources anyway, so it's stranded. And so that's, if you would like, and you can take it, like we mentioned, all of these slides will be available on the Bitcoin Mining Council website. They're also available on Michael Saylor's Twitter right now, and all types of other locations. And please feel free to take them and post them anywhere you want.
Yeah, and I'll just end with a thought that we know that Bitcoin is a revolutionary technology. We're in essence digitally transforming property. We're demonetizing 20th century property like gold and real estate and equity and bonds and currencies and anything like that that's used as a long-term store of value, and it's moving into a digital form on the world's dominant crypto asset network. So we know that. Here's the other thing we now know. If you are an ESG activist, Bitcoin is the most ESG friendly industry in the world. It's G-friendly because it's got the best governance in the world. There is no board of directors. There is no CEO. No one can manipulate it. It's totally, utterly fair, honest, and truthful. It's S. It's good for the society because it's giving property rights to billions and billions of people. Aren't many other technologies that offer the promise of property rights and wealth preservation to everybody on Earth using a $50 Android phone. And if you're concerned about the environment, not only is this running, the BMC members running 68% sustainable energy, which is higher than the next 10 major industries I could find. I can't find an industry that's material that has more than 68%. I cannot find one, and I challenge anybody to find a major industry that's running at more than 68% sustainable or even 56% sustainable. So we know it's sustainable. But the other thing we know is that Bitcoin mines will migrate to the end of the earth. They can go to volcanoes. They can go to islands. They will go to the North Pole. They will go anywhere where there is renewable, sustainable energy. And Bitcoin is the best customer of sustainable energy in the world. When Bitcoin is trading at 35,000 a coin, you can monetize any intermittent sustainable or any intermittent renewable power source at 35 cents a kilowatt hour using the current generation of Bitcoin miners. There's no other industry in the world that can monetize intermittent power from a renewable source at 35 cents a kilowatt hour. And you can do it on the thinnest of pipes. You don't need Google high bandwidth and you don't need triple redundant data centers. So if you're looking for a clean industry to monetize intermittent renewable energy anywhere on Earth, no matter whether there's a population center or not, no matter whether you got fiber optic lines or not, Bitcoin is that clean energy. It's the clean business. And so Bitcoin is the cleanest industry in the world. And every time people bring up this issue, I think that's our entree, just to share with them that Bitcoin is the solution to the problem of how we clean the environment. Bitcoin is the solution to the problem of how we deploy great corporate governance. And Bitcoin is the solution to the problem of how we improve the society, in addition to being really cool technology and maybe the most disruptive technology of the century. So
and being secure, which is one thing we didn't talk about, Michael. Sorry to interrupt you, but the fact that proof of work actually is incredibly secure and has never been hacked and has survived, the last 12 years unscathed. That's why we're talking about this energy usage because of it's connected to proof of work. Someone just made that comment on Twitter, and it's a good comment. And we didn't get into that today about the importance of proof of work and its connection to energy and how that relates to everything. But that's obviously a huge part of the conversation as well.
Yeah. So as you can see, we've got a lot of enthusiasm. We have a lot of exciting results. We don't have time to cover everything else we might like to cover today, but we do look forward to doing this at least on a quarterly basis and looking for other ways that we can use the Bitcoin Mining Council to educate the public. So I would encourage anybody to reach out to us with any ideas. We're very engaged, and we look forward to your thoughts and comments. And we'll look forward to doing this again in 3 months at the latest, when we'll bring you our next set of data. If you're a Bitcoin miner and you're not in the BMC, join us. We're better together.